Hey everyone, this is Prophetess Kelly, and I'm here to give you your weekly prophetic pour. Psalms 91 talks about how he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. And then verse 2 says, I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress, in him will I trust. I want to encourage those who are prophetic prayers, that are prophetic intercessors and watchmen and gatekeepers. I want to encourage you to know how to be silent. Now, when I say silent, I'm not saying when you're praying that you have to be got to be quiet. You can't be vocal. You can't be loud. But there's a spiritual strategy of not revealing your coordinates when you are in warfare. And I think this is most important when you're a true intercessor, when you're a true watchman and a gatekeeper, when you are a warrior, you are on the battlefield. Now, when we are on the battlefield, we have to really proceed with much caution. We have to proceed and not revealing our locations and our coordinates. We have to be able to not give away our longitudes and latitudes because that's where the enemy can specifically pinpoint us. Now, this is in the natural, but we apply this same tactic and strategy in the spirit because when we realize that when we are penetrating, when we are hitting targets, when we're throwing up fire bombs and we're blowing up the strategies of the enemy, when we're blowing up his plots and his schemes, when we're exposing him, when we're shattering, he's getting mad. He's getting angry because everything he's trying to do is being thwarted. Everything he's trying to do is being stopped and broken. So he wants to know, where is the fire coming from, right? Now, when we had the 9/11, remember when they hit our towers and they hit the Pentagon, the president wanted to know who did it because I want to go back and get the person who's involved with penetrating our security systems, that penetrated our locations and was able to target and hit us in a way that it hurt us. So when you're praying in the spirit, when you're plowing through, I want you to be encouraged that you are hitting the target. You are penetrating the enemy's camp and he's mad. Now, the only way he can find you is by trying to smoke you out. And that's what we do in the tactics. We try to smoke them out. We try to get them to come running out so we can expose them and kill them. That's what the enemy is doing. How does he use the ways to smoke you out? He will try to put pressure on anything that involves you. Now, he doesn't know who you are until you sound off. He doesn't know that you are part of the enemy that has attacked him until you sound off. And this is why we have to learn how to war in silence. This is why we have to learn how to pray in secret. We don't brag when we're praying. We don't brag when we tell people I was up all night praying. We say, he that dwelleth in the secret place. We stay in the secret place. We stay in the place where we're warring. We stay in a place where we're penetrating. We stay in a place where we're speaking our heavenly language because we know that our heavenly language cannot be detected in the spirit realm by the enemy. And so we have to begin to understand how to quiet our spirit. In Psalms 131, David began to express how the enemy was trying to get him to respond to their accusations against him. They were trying to get him to admit what they wanted him to admit to, and he said, I won't do it. And even though he was hurt and frustrated and wanted to retaliate, he said, I quieted my spirit. So even when we get in a place where while we're praying, while we're in the midst of fasting, things are just popping up, kids acting up, husband and wives are acting up, finances going crazy, bills need to be paid, all kinds of pressures being put on us because the enemy is trying to get us to yell out. He's trying to get us to come out with murmuring and complaining. He wants us to give up our location. And the only way he can find us is when we sound off. So we have to learn how to stay silent even under pressure. And we got to know that while we're praying, while we're in war, even when we're getting irritated because we know we're hitting the mark, we're targeting the right objects, we're hitting the right things, even though we don't see things turning and changing, we can't get frustrated. We can't expose ourselves. We do it now. I'm not saying we don't, but we got to learn how to remain silent in war. We got to learn not to give up our coordinates. We are stealth bombers. We are secret agents. We don't reveal all of our movements in battle. And we've got to learn not wanting to be seen so much that we want to tell people how much we're out here praying, how much we're out here warned, and yet we're revealing our location and we wonder why we're under unnecessary attacks. So I want to encourage you during this week, when you pray, learn how to pray in silence. The Bible said what we do in silence, God will reward us openly. Don't go around trying to brag about how often you're praying, how much you get woken up in the middle of the night. All of that is just to get pats on the back. When you get the pats on the back, that's your reward. Let's look to be rewarded from heaven. I read from Psalms 91 and Psalms 131. Look, go out to my website, mymindculture.com, and look and see what I have to offer you in my books and what I have to offer you in my next coming up prophetic mentorship. You're going to be blessed. You're going to be encouraged. Remember, all warriors who pray in secret, don't reveal your coordinates. Don't let them find you because you chose to sound off versus silencing your spirit. All right, everyone. God bless you. Happy week.